that again, it's quite important. Like also it's called sometimes the motivation, kind of, why am I sitting here? Why am I doing this? And again, this is very personal. So in these few days that we're spending together, I will give you the Buddhist view and the Buddhist methods, but it doesn't mean that you have to adapt this. You know, you can also maybe get some ideas and then generate your own kind of taking refuge, or generating your motivation. So basically what it is, the refuge, just briefly, and then we will probably not talk about this anymore, because if you consider to become a Buddhist and this is your first course, it would be far too early. So the Dalai Lama usually says at least 2 years of serious practice in a group, going to many retreats or like teachings especially, and really trying to put it into practice, and then after 2 years and you think, yes, this is my path, then you can start thinking about becoming a Buddhist, but not before. You see, one is not really born as a Buddhist, although there are countries where there is, you know, born as a Buddhist, but Buddhism is really, it's a choice. And I think every belief system should be like this, that you're not just born into something, but you see what is there, you try to see, does that fit what I really want, by having learned to also listen inside what you want, and then to go in that direction, because then it's voluntarily and it's not because I have to or whatever. So taking refuge means I want to, yeah, like you say, I take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, until I attain full awakening. So it's not just temporarily until you feel a little bit better. You know, you go to the psychotherapist until you feel a little bit better. You wouldn't continue when that so-called problem that you went to, when that is finished. You know, therapist says now it's okay, you don't have to come anymore. But actually, as long as we still have anger, jealousy, pride, and all these kind of things, we're still sick. Yeah, especially as long as we have wrong views, but our health system is not like this. Yeah, I think it was Freud who said, you know, psychoanalysis is to change extraordinary unhappiness into ordinary unhappiness. So we become a kind of ordinary unhappy person, because life is full of problems. So this is it. You recognize life is full of problems. You see the method that the Buddha gave us, which are very many, and some are different. So then again, there you'll check which one suits me. It doesn't mean you cannot mix them up totally, but it means sometimes it's good also to see that is my path, and then you go in that direction. And then why? You know, one needs to also know why, in order to benefit all sentient beings. So this is what you do before the practice. So at least then the mind is called setting the mind in the direction that you want it to go. Yeah. So I leave you to do this for maybe 10 minutes. That you contemplate that. Now you can spend these 10 minutes as you like. You're totally free. You did some breathing meditation this morning, I think. Yeah. So you can use it for that first, to open up the mind, to come here, to really bring the mind where the body is. Or you can plan what you're going to do after the retreat also, but then it's not much point coming here, you know. But this is what the mind will be doing, because it likes to be entertained, and it will probably think about the pleasant things that you will do, or it will start freak out about the unpleasant things that you will have to do after the holidays. Because life is starting again, isn't it, after the holidays, whatever. Or, as I said, you know, again, this kind of first really bringing the mind here with a bit of breathing meditation, and then really thinking, what is the meaning of my life? And sometimes just enough, just to be there with the question. You don't need to kind of cook up prefabricated things. Like really listen inside what your heart is saying. Where are my priorities? Are those safe priorities, kind of things? You know? And that doesn't mean then, you know, after 10 minutes of that meditation, you say, okay, I give everything up and I go to a cave and I spend the rest of my life meditating. Again, that would be far too early, because then you finish up like this. I think it was a Westerner who did that. Like, he was very inspired by Buddhism, gave everything away, went to a cave, sat in the cave, didn't know what to do, he had no instructions. And so he came back down, really angry in Buddhism that they made him a poor person because he gave everything away, now he's here, doesn't know what to do. So we don't want you to go that way. Yeah? But where are my priorities? Life doesn't mean that you have to give up your family or your children, your grandchildren, your dog or whatever, but where do I want to, what do I want to develop, or what kind of person do I want to be, and do I have methods? Because, you know, just the wish to be a certain way, this is the first step, but it's only the first step, and then you have to actively do something to go into that direction, and then that becomes very personal, which kind of methods you want to use in order to get in that direction. Okay? Yeah? Did you understand what I'm saying? So I give you 10 minutes to feel free. Not to put that pressure on you. It's also important, like, I want to become like this, yeah, great, but then also to take into consideration it will take a long time, and I need to practice, basically, like everybody else. Yeah. But to feel free to do whatever you want in these 10 minutes. If you find it helpful and inspiring to generate the motivation for being here and for doing what we're doing together, then you do that. If you don't find it helpful, just relax. You will get bored being relaxed and not knowing what to do. You'll then try to see the confusion. Or if, of course, if you have the ability to look at the nature of your mind, by all means do that. Or do breathing meditation. But make sure that you're relaxed. So sometimes we are more relaxed when we know what to do. Now I'm giving you the freedom of choice, and then you check how much happiness is in there.